What's up, guys? We're back with another installment to the Honda 125M video series. In this video, it might maybe be a little bit longer than normal. I'm not sure, because as you've seen in my last video, if you watched it, I did dabble a little bit in some editing. I got some editing software done and been doing some reading and teaching myself a little bit how to edit. So instead of just these little paused clips off my camera, I'll try to put something a little bit more professional as I can anyway together. So going forward in this video, we're going to try to get the tank off and cleaned and the carburetor off and cleaned and see what we're dealing with all inside there. Might maybe have to buy a cheap carb kit for it. I'm hoping I don't even have to do that. I'm just going to try to get it cleaned up and put back together with what's in it. As you can see, the front tire's inflated at the moment. I literally just put air in it, and probably within 5 minutes it will be completely flat again. It's already lost air in the last couple minutes. But anyway, so we're gonna go a little farther here with the bike today. We're gonna try to get the tank tore off, cleaned out, and the maybe the carburetor off, and get it broke down, tore apart, and see where we go from there. Okay, let's get this hood off and see what we're into here. I forgot to mention there a minute ago, the way I was able to put air in that tire that I previously stated had a huge gouge in it was brought to my attention by John's father that there should be a tube in it, which he's right, there is a tube in it, but yeah, there's a hole in it obviously too, because it just goes flat instantly pretty much. But yeah.
Cutting away, soften the guns.
Looks it's all right underneath. It's not too rusty or anything.
Standing at the crossroads between a life and a little end, and there's no turning back once it's down to dirty needles again. And now you're chasing and dreams, and you can't stop the craving. It's always wanting more, and it's become you hard to ignore. You're fighting sickness more. You're back to perfect life, smooth again.
There's the carburetor. I took it off at the top of the motor instead of taking this pipe off because it was just going to be too hard to get those two bolts out of there or whatever. But so there's the carb. It's I don't know, it's not horribly disgusting or anything like that. We'll get it torn down more in more detail here in a minute, and we'll come back. Ugh, well, that's pretty grimy in there. Oh man, it stinks pretty bad too. It's hard to believe that this bike sat that long and there's still slimy moisture in there. You'd think it would be all completely like nothing but dry and rust, but it's still quite oily. You got to remember too, the gas that would have been in this bike would have been long before ethanol and stuff was introduced, which makes it a lot worse, the ethanol, but nonetheless, still gas that's this old is just, that's brutal. And it does smell too. It smells like burnt varnish, like really bad. So we'll get the float bowl tore off here, and should be interesting to see what kind of stuff's in here. Well, what am I going to use to crack this free? Oh yeah, there's actually still liquid gas in this thing. Wow. It was sealed up that tight for so long. Oh my god, that stinks. Ugh. That is disgusting. Oh, the float still moves, but not very well. Look.
She'll start. You need these.
Yeah, nice, eh? Alright, I'm just going to get this cleaned up a little bit. Alright, got a little bit of brake clean here. And we're going to, before I even break them down real far, I'm going to at least just get this shit cleaned up a little bit. let that soak for a couple seconds and go on from there. Alright, let's break this carburetor down a little bit further, get the jets out of it and the float off of it and all that, and see what we come up with inside there. I'm sure they're pretty bad. Oh yeah. I'm pretty plugged up. My pliers go. Yeah, it's pretty bad. So what we're gonna do, guys, is I think that's probably about as far as I'm gonna go for now. We'll call this a video for the day. Next video coming up, I will probably have these carburetors all cleaned up and scrubbed up and stuff like that. It's nothing you guys need to watch. I'll get the jets all cleaned, and next video we'll put it all back together and get it back on the bike, and then probably tackle the air filter, get that off of there, figure out what I'm going to do with that. And next video too, we'll also do the tank, get the tank cleaned out and new fuel in it, and carburetor back on, and maybe even fire it, but that might be for maybe the video after that, I'm not sure. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. If you like my video, like. If you want to subscribe, please subscribe, and please leave a comment. Thanks. Hey guys, just a little quick tip. Like I just stated there a second ago when I ended the video, I'm going to clean both sides of the carburetor up and clean the jets and all that stuff like that. Like, I didn't want to film all that on camera or whatever, because nobody wants to watch that. It's boring. But anyway, technically what you should do is have these things soaking in an actual can of carburetor cleaner. But that stuff's ridiculously expensive, like $80 a can. And I'm not going to pay that much money to try to get this whole thing going or whatever. So something I've done before, and what you can do is take your brake clean and soak all that down best you can. I usually take a little screwdriver and scrape first, then spray it all down. Take a toothbrush. What I have here actually is an electric vibrating toothbrush. You don't necessarily need one of those, but anyway, you just soak that down, and just scrub. Just get all that the best you can. Now typically I realize that actually using a bath of carb cleaner would be better than this, but as long as you get the heavy stuff that's going to break loose and get stuck in your jet out of there, you'll probably be alright. And in this case, like I said, I'm not buying a can of carburetor cleaner to clean these. So anyway, you just want to go all through that, and then you know, I won't get into a long video on it, but you just take your jets, all your jets, your main jet, your pilot jet, and run a wire through those, and then blow some compressed air through them. Blow some compressed air all through this, and that cleans them up. You put them back together and see what happens. Alright guys.
Soon as I get home, the first thing I'm gonna do is punch your mama in the mouth.